Welcome to Shomach Shov on the Daf. We're holding in Zevachim Daf Nun Vov. The Gemara with base tells us that by Shelamim we have a special din. Every Korbanos are eaten a day and a night, while Shelamim are eaten 2 days and 1 night. But even though you eat Shelamim 2 days and 1 night, you don't burn it in the second night. You have to burn it only on the third morning. So it comes out that there is some kind of a limbo time in between the second day and the third morning, that it's not a time of Sreifa, but not a time of Achila. So much so, the Gemara brings early in the Amud, there's a machlekes of Chizkiah and Rabbi Yochanan. What is the status of that night? Does it become, there's one chayav miso for eating then, and is there pigul eating then? Because it's something in between. What's the avana behind this idea of Shelamim? That Shelamim has a din of eating 2 days and 1 night, but then the second night is something which is not yet the time of Sreifo, but also not the time of Achila. So maybe one can suggest as follows. The Chazal Sofer in Parshas Vayetze is brought down the Hagdomo to Meseches Chulin Madur Basro. The Chazal Sofer there brings the following. Gemara says in Chulin Taf Gimel that usually we have the night comes before the day. Ma'aseh Bereshis, Vayeher Vayboker, first night, then day. All are Mahanagis, or that the day starts at the night. But by Kachim, Halayla Oilech Achar Hayoim. The din is by Kachim, the night comes after the day. What's pshat in that? Why would the night come after the day by Kachim? So the Chazal Sofer says, Dover Omok, he says like this. What's the idea of night and day? Night is considered to be not the desired time, while the day is the desired time, the time you have light, the time things are shining. He says, for most people, this world is doimel l'layla, and olam haba is doimel l'yom. This world is a time of avodah, when this yonis, when it's a difficult time. You come to olam haba, that's when you get the schar, that's when you get the reward. So we start with the night and end with the day. We start with olam haza and end with olam haba. But kachim is connected to tzaddikim. But the tzaddikim, they have more pleasure in doing mitzvahs in the time of avodah more than the time of schar. So for them, the olam hazeh is the day, and olam haba is the night. Kachim is connected to tzaddikim, so the night comes after the day. Now the Chazal Sofer on his own, it's a little hard to understand. According to the tzaddikim, the olam haba is night. The olam haba is not the desired place to go to. And after we learned, tzaddikim ein lemenucha lo b'olam hazav lo b'olam haba. After olam haba is a time that you continue on. But maybe or maybe a little different explanation, but al derech Chazal Sofer is the idea that the night really has 2 meanings to it. And this is what the Pachaditzchok and Ma'amori Pachaditzchok Pesach Ma'amel Lamed Beis brings. Night, in one hand, is a time of darkness, time of chashecho, time when things don't light. It's not a good time. But mitzad sheni, the lailo can be a very, very special time. The time where you don't have the world and the distractions of the world. You have the gilui of or hagonus, of light which is a hidden light. We know Torah is coming in the night. When you have a time where the world is not here, when you have a little bit of time of disconnect from the world, then you can get to such higher places in the avodas Hashem and the connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When you're busy with Inyane Olam Hazeh, so you're busy with what's in front of you. But when you get to night, you come into a place which is beyond the world. You can reach a much higher place. And after that, the Chazal Sofer is come to tell you. Chazal Sofer is saying, for tzaddikim, the olam hazeh is light. It's gevaldik. You have avodah, Torah, mitzvahs. The night is olam haba. When you get to olam haba, it's dark, which means you get to a higher place, a place where you get to oregonus, and an area which is something which you don't see the world, but you continue on to grow. Meaning the night is a positive thing. Mashenkin, for most people, the night is negative. Is this world which is negative, and the olam haba is light, and that's all we have. So I'll call upon him, if we take this concept, so we could say like this, when the night comes before the day, that's how you look at it from Pchinas Olam Hazeh. If I'm Olam Hazeh Tikid, so then this world is night and destruction, and we come to the time of light of Geula. But when it's a more oimigdik thing, that's the way you look at it from Kachim perspective. From Kachim perspective, now it's day, which is Gevaldik, Torah, Mitzvah, Ma'aseh Tovim, and then we get to a higher place of night, which is the Pchinas Olam Haba. Now the oimik of Shelamim, what's the oimik of the concept of Shelamim? So many Sfarim speak about it. The idea of Shelamim is that we connect our needs and, so to speak, Kodesh Baruch Hu's needs. That's why a goy cannot bring Korban Shelamim, because he doesn't understand that chibur, that connection that Am Yisrael has with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that you can have also taking care of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's needs, also our spiritual needs and also our physical needs. That physical and spiritual can connect to one. Because Shelamim, there's part that goes to the Mizbeach and part goes to Adam. So you have both, the spiritual and the physical. So Ev Shaloimar, so you made that's shad in Shelamim, you eat 2 days and 1 night. You have a day that comes after the night, and you have a day coming before the night. You have the 2 pchinas. The more physical idea, the night comes first, then the day, and the more spiritual idea that the day comes first, then comes the night. You have both in Shelamim, because Shelamim is a combination of both. And Cain's is brought down to Bis Yaakov, and Parshas Vayikra Oyis Mem, that he says that Shelamim nechol nishnei yomim, because you have here the taste of Olam Hazeh and Olam Haba. You have 2 days, Olam Hazeh and Olam Haba. But we can add to that the night in between is a reference of how do you look at the night. An Olam Hazeh night or Olam Haba night. Night after the day and night before the day. And if Kaini Medvarim, this is true, so Yimel is Gevaldik, why the night after the second day is something in between. Because the night after the second day is not part. It's not that we have 2 days and 2 nights. We have 2 days and a night in between. The next night is not part of the Mahalach. It's something in limbo. But before you continue on to the next day where you get to the time of Sreifah, I have something which is not part of the Korban, but you didn't get yet to the time of Sreifah. In order to come and emphasize that Shelamim is 2 days and a night, and not the night after, so the night after you still didn't reach the next stage. The next stage comes the next day. Because to come and put together that Shelamim is 2 days and a night only. Anyone who wants to join or sponsor the Shomachshava Shiurim, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.